The best of the morning to you. This is Monday with Friday, preparing you for a better week ahead. Last week in America, we were treated to yet another insipid, obscene, and dishonest round of thoughts and prayers for more than 21 families when they needed much more than thoughts and prayers. I say more than 21 families because I include the many other families whose children may have escaped death, but who are now emotionally, mentally traumatized and maimed and scarred for life as they witnessed their friends' tender little bodies being ripped asunder by bullets from a weapon meant to disintegrate its targets on the battlefield. Have you ever seen what an M16 rifle or its cousin, the AR-15, does to a human body? I also charge that those thoughts and prayers are dishonest, deceitful, obscene, and vacuous because they fail to stop what is rampant in America. Now, although mass murders are quintessentially and uniquely American, I'm aware that my Jamaican, Trinbagonian, and other viewers elsewhere also pray about surging murder rates there, and nothing changes. My charge today is that we need some real thoughts and some real prayers that are valid, effective, and effectual. Now, anybody who prays exercises faith, no matter how small. Prayers are offered to a God one does not see, and of whom one believes, hears, listens, and answers. Some of us who hold faith understand that we are partner workers with God, that unless we became the answers to our own prayers or other people's prayers, in most cases we are wasting words. Some say that God helps those who help themselves, a practical sounding statement, but which finds disfavor with more theologically sophisticated folks. The idea is better rendered in a 2,000-year-old affirmation that says, faith without works is dead. Now, prayer is the most fundamental act of faith. Consequently, prayer without works is dead. People who think and pray and then don't do anything after offer empty prayers and vapid thoughts. Effective prayers and thoughts challenge us to acknowledge that we are meant to live in community and that we all rightfully belong in community. Once we cultivated the conviction that everyone belongs here, then thoughts and prayers that come after some evil person evaporates others out of existence shall, whatever else they mean, cause us, drive us to act decisively to preserve community and all who remain therein. If we truly valued community and affirmed it belongs to everybody else as much as it belongs to me, we shall find ways to stop the inequities among us, which create the resentment within us, which creates the hatred among us, that creates the killers among us. Churches and religion that don't preach against inequity cannot be trusted in their thoughts and prayers. The religious folk who think of salvation as limited to the soul but not extended to the society are leaving their society defenselessly exposed to evil, and their thoughts and prayers lack the actional bandwidth and intellectual integrity to change anything. Frankly, America, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, just to name the 3 places I have lived most of my life, possess too many religious communities which do nothing to sensitize, energize, or mobilize their faithful to understand themselves as agents of change in their society. They dismiss social engagement with the vapid, shallow, and useless claim that I am living for eternity, or this world is not my home, or things will change only when Jesus comes, or when this world ends. Now, when such people offer thoughts and prayers, consistently nothing happens because they expect God to work some kind of magic. And the last time I checked, God was no magician. Real thoughts and prayers are characterized by discernment. Now, discernment is not mere information. You can have a lot of information, but no discernment. If you have multiple social media accounts and you get all your news there, you get a lot of information. But if you lack discernment to know what to do with all that information, which to embrace, which to analyze further, and which to completely dismiss as an asinine position or as an aggressive poison, you're in big trouble, and you put the rest of us in the same community in which you live and vote in big trouble. That's the anatomy of a conspiracy theory. And such theories produce shallow thoughts and useless prayers. Finally, real thoughts and real prayers understand in whom power really lies. While the faithful say it lies with God, the uninformed think it stays with God. Assiduous thinkers and prayers recognize that God gives humans power to change things. Folks who pray for change and do nothing to change things thereafter are lazy or irresponsible or both. We who believe and allow politicians to do nothing except offer empty thoughts and dishonest prayers are allowing them to make fools of us. So we should fire the politicians whose thoughts are really about their next election or their next donation, and whose prayers are really that we forget, the rest of us, their pathetic inaction by tomorrow. People of faith must stop the lazy charade of praying or even bawling out, which some Jamaican Christians I know love to do, and revisit the activism of the Old Testament prophets who prayed and whose thoughts produced 17 biblical books, but who also chanted down political power gone corrupt, gone mad, and gone abusive, and demanded those powers to change and to change society and change life for better for the whole community. The most effective way to pray and think amid crime and tragedy is to pray and think into being by our actions a community that shall keep the living alive. I am Michael Friday, and your week just got better. I'll see you again, hopefully next week. Hopefully, if I don't get gunned down somewhere in some church or some school or some supermarket. I'll see you again next week. Happy Monday, all the way to Friday.